Welcome to our first game. It's Czech Lopata against the infamous 1SVP Ulanska Fantazja. We've got the side of the Czech side on the south spawn. Ulanska has gone for the north spawn. So straight off the bat we can see the Lopata team pushing up towards the hill. Ulanska Fantazja doing the same thing. But is Himmelsdorf, it's quite a campy map from most teams. Although, you know, the Russians like to go forwards a little bit more. Do you think we're going to be seeing that here?
I don't think so. I mean, Czech Lopata is really an unknown team, got not that much experience, and yeah, I think it's the biggest fight for them in the last weeks or months better. And Ulanska Fantazja, I mean, they are pretty more known as a team, especially from the GTXWoT Cups on the Sundays. They got some nice results in the last few weeks. So I think they are slightly the favorite and the team to play more aggressive here. I think from Czech Lopata will see any special aggressive tech.
Yeah, that could be the case. I mean, you got to remember that 1SP Ulanska Fantazja are now in the World of Tanks Pro League Season 3, qualified through GTXWoT #1. So they're going to be in that league, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play this one out. Are they stronger than perhaps your average team like Czech Lopata? Not that well known, as you said. At the moment, they've gone quite defensive. They've put a couple of MX 5100s, a T1. They've also got the IS3 playing, and he's gone forwards quite far. No, the 110, he's gone forwards quite far. He's just going to be defending that banana road. He's got a crazy catch-up in his MX 5100, sitting up behind one of the oldest players in World of Tanks. Remember, he was back in closed beta, quite a prolific player. So interesting to see how that experience comes into play. 1SP Ulanska Fantazja definitely have that in their arsenal. But what do you think these T1 and the T69 are going to?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get more vision on the hill, but just in a second I want to talk about moving on to the top. They just decided to going back, and yeah, also the two 5100s are going back. I mean, they spotted only one T1, the 51s didn't get spotted so far, so I didn't see the reasons for why they're going back. Maybe it's because the left side is so far open and they spot nothing on the 8 line. There's a T1, but 110 was not spotted so far, so maybe they're a bit afraid of a fast cap from the team from Ulanska Fantazja here.
Ulanska Fantazja pushing up the hill, crazy catch up doing that. You can see he's going to be joining a T69 and an AMX 5100 already on the hill, so it's going to be a free tank push from those guys. They're going to go in forwards, and you can see the final AMX 5100 join from behind, so they're going to push up the hill. They're going to try and get the upper ground, so important in this game, but it's still that T1 to deal with. He's going to be a pain to get rid of. So that's the first step for Ulanska Fantazja. They have to deal with him. Then they can think about how are we going to use this hill to our advantage. Are we going to push off into the base? Are we going to defend? Are we going to use the hill to shoot down on the other team? These are all the kind of possibilities that are probably going through their mind. But now we have a T1 versus T1 situation. And that other T1 has the HP advantage, so you've got to bear that in mind. It's so important when he goes 1 versus 1 on these T1s. But the T69 is going to come round, take care of him, missing his first shot. Second one will undoubtedly connect, 92 damage remaining on that T1, no problem at all for a T69's 204.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was a quite good move. The T1 just spotted the area, checked out there's something behind the T1, and then the 69 moved up to the hill, yeah, killed the T1, secured the map control on this part, while exactly at the same time Czech Lopata decided, okay, we have to move forward. They just spotted the second T1 here from Ulanska Fantazja, but the T69 don't stop. I think he's just on the run for the T1, while the IS3 and the T32 just securing the 3 line, take care of the T69, and on the other side we see directly after they killed the T1, the two 5100s from Ulanska Fantazja going back on the other side. The T69 was spotted, so I think they're expecting something like a push on the other side from Czech Lopata, but they're relocating. Also, this T69 is going down from the hill after there's no threat left anymore. The T1 is dead, the 69 is gone, and their own T1 is really aggressive there for a spot, so nothing they have to fear from this area.
One T1 gone for each team. Crazy catch-up's gone backwards. You can just see one of the T1s has gone down for the Czech Lopata and 1SP Ulanska Fantazja. So 4 minutes and 30 seconds gone. Well, 3 minutes. Well, it's just going to be about how they're going to push, how they're going to defend the base, how they're going to move out from there. The MX 5100, he's a pretty strong tank at the moment, but the T32 quite dormant. We haven't seen it being used a lot. We're seeing the first push coming out through Ulanska Fantazja. Definitely the more aggressive team here. Lobias and Blastig, they're going to try and mitigate some damage. Sava taking down the T1 no problem at all, but now Ulanska Fantazja have to retreat. That MX-51 is down to 1060, so he's already taken a shot. He's going to have to be careful that he doesn't get himself focused down because, well, I don't think the IS-3, you know, what point of having it if you're not going to push it forwards first? You should never be sending your autoloaders in first. That's just basic Himmelsdorf.
Yeah, definitely. That's the basic Himmelsdorf. It's just written in the rulebook of Himmelsdorf. And yeah, I think Ulanska Fantazja know really well what's written in this. And so they directly decided to go back with the 51. And after they killed the T1, the eyes are gone for Czech Lopata. They can just relocate or just go back to this area in around 30 or 40 seconds. The T1 is doing a good job there on the J8 area, just spotting for the team, getting some information if the 8 line is free, but they also just spotted the 69 from Milan and get killed. So yeah, they get the information that there's a tank, but nothing more. It's a question how they can use this information.
Indeed, that's what it's all about. It's a game about information. I mean, when you have a combination of an FPS and an RTS, it's about, you know, connecting the shells and playing as a skillful individual, but just being able to react on the information of the other team, like Ulanska Fantazja are doing at the moment, pushing forwards with quite a lot of tanks. They got Sava, they got Rabio as well in that AMX-5100. He has taken a shot, so I don't know why he's going forwards first. 319 coming off him from the AMX-5100, but at the moment, definitely not on the front foot. 333 down, 2 on the AMX-5100. They got a perfect firing solution. Blasty, they're going to be able to absolutely nail down some shells onto Ulanska. They are trying to reply, but not doing that much damage. Blasty really connecting the shells. A couple more going down, but at the moment, I don't see how Ulanska Fantazja can do anything here.
No, they're really in a hell of a trouble here. They're losing so much hit points, and yeah, the Czech Lopata team is playing super defensive here, just doing the damage, going defensive, sharing the hit points, and I think the T-32 and the IS-3 will just close the trap in a few seconds, just pushing forward on the G-line on full hit points. Maybe they will take off one 5100 lightly, but they just spotted at the mid area of this marketplace at 110, and I think 110 is easy food for an IS-3 and a T-32 here.
No problem at all. I mean, he's down to a 96 straight away after a couple of shells. You can see in the background a couple more being exchanged onto the MX-5100 of Ulanska Fantazja. He's in trouble. T110 of Ikarum bounces that amazing turret armor of the T-32. He's trying to ram him out. Mike's going to come from behind, down to 92 HP on that 110. One more shot will surely take him down. Final one from the IS-3 or T-32. We'll have no problem at all, but they're bouncing left, right and centre, so unlucky. Finally Mike taking up the gauntlet, finishing him off, and now, well, we can see Ulanska Fantazja so damaged. 230 on this one, he'll get taken down no problem at all by the MX-5100. And now, well, the Czech Lopata team, the team we never thought would be able to take a round against the mighty 1SPP Ulanska Fantazja, doing so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're playing it really clever. They don't playing aggressive. They're playing a bit limited to their own skills, but in that case, they're doing a really good job here. Especially the defended positions of the 5100. Don't waste too much hit points. Don't lose too many hit points. And yeah, they're just clearing the field now. Only Radio PL is left for Ulanska Fantazja, and it's really well played here from the side of the Czech Lopata team. The kills are divided to the teams, the hit points are divided, they lose, and also the damage is done. So, well played.
Very well played. 1 minute and 34 seconds left. Rabio PL being the only one left for their team, so he's not going to be able to do much on 38 HP. Just flee for his life, hope that he can survive the 1 odd minute. So, well, I don't think he will do. I mean, you can see Mike CZ is hunting him down. We see Marty as well, also going forwards. He stopped Rabio to try and connect a couple of shells. He has done Mike down to 519, but here comes Marty connecting the final shell, taking him down. Rabio PL falling victim to some great play by Czech Lopata, 1-0. So, welcome back. This is Czech Lopata versus 1SVP Ulanska Fantazja. 1SVP surprisingly down 1-0 on Himmelsdorf. We are on to Ruenberg, so it's another city map. Do you think 1SVP are going to do better here, or are they going to get crushed again by the mighty Czech team?
I think they definitely will do better here. I mean, they are no under pressure for sure. They are out if they lose this game, but they are definitely the stronger team, and they think they know what were going wrong in the last round on Himmelsdorf. And on this nearly the same map here, we got the slightly open part of the map, but most likely it's a city map like Himmelsdorf, and I think Ulanska Fantazia was just a bit in favor of player skills, a bit ahead, so I think they will take this round to even the score.
That's probably a good call there. IS3's being spotted out. We also got the T69 there in the top right. Ulanska gone quite far forwards. They have taken control of one of the key corners on Ruhenberg, but so has Czech Lopata, so it's pretty even at the moment. You can see they spread their forces out quite a lot. The AMX 1390 doing the middle spot as per usual. The AMX 5100 up towards the right side. That is Uldi playing that tank. So he's going to be sporting his AMX 1390 in the village area, whilst the rest of the team are going to be keeping it cool in the city. But the whole of Czech Lopata are sitting in that city, so if they decide to push along and catch one SB Ulanska Fantazia out, then I don't see how they can respond, because they'll have the firepower advantage, they'll have the HP advantage, they'll have every kind of advantage conceivable, which makes a difference on city maps. It makes such a difference. Even if they manage to completely outplay them, that's one SB Ulanska Fantazia, I don't think they can win it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's really tough if they would push into the city. I mean, the 39 is in the open, but yeah, exactly at the same time they recognize, okay, we can't really push in the city. We spotted nothing so far in the open, so Czech Lopata have to be concentrated and focused in the city area, and we can't engage them at this point. So we have to go for the open, trying to do something with the cap maybe. And only the 2-1 is left in the city, and just spotted the other 2-1 from Czech Lopata and the 5100. I think he will be dead soon, but they get the information that they can go forward into the cap, and the 3090 is moving directly forward to the cap, covered by the two 5100s, the 110 and the T69 here in this mid area.
Kistov going forwards there. He's going to try and take out a couple of T1s, I think. He's got the whole of his team backing him up, specifically Sava playing his AMX 5100, but now he's spotted. You can see he does actually take him out, so good play from Kistov. Another shell being connected, actually he's down to 874, first shell's coming out, but now the whole of 1SB Ulanska Fantazia gone forwards. They're going to try and put some pressure onto the cap. You can see one's in there already, two waiting for it. 1 minute and 34 seconds. It takes about 1 minute and 40 if you only have one. Two halves that time, 1 minute and 43. So at the moment, well, Czech Lopata on the back foot, they have to push forwards.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they can't really do nothing against it to reset the cap. They got only the 69 in this area and the 5100, and just they're doing a super strange split here. The T32 and the I3 going from the mid area, but there's a 69 from RadPL waiting and doing a really good job here on this I3. He managed to connect all 4 shells, going for the reload now. At the same time, Kistov managed to kill the I3 and finish him off. But yeah, the 50 from 100 from Lopata here doing a really good job to resetting the cap. 15100 is down, and he managed to kill Uldi. And now he also will reset the second 5100. So the cap pressure is for the next few seconds gone. Yeah,
that's just so important. They can't push forward so far anymore. But you can see the I3 is crippled down to 52 HP. Pressure not being applied from Czech Lopata into the Ulanska Fantazia cap. But here comes RadPL missing the first shot. Second one will undoubtedly connect. It does indeed, but bouncing. He's got to connect the third one. He does. In fact, he also gets Amarak repairing that straight away, so he's going to be able to get that quick 25-second reload. You can see at the moment 30 seconds left on the cap. One player sitting in there, but now the two T1s of Czech Lopata putting the pressure on. RadPL's going to try and retreat. He's got the MX 5100 to his right to back him up, but you won't have a problem. All he has to do is get there in time. 15 seconds left on their cap, so Czech Lopata will reset that, no problem at all. But at the moment, Ulanska Fantazia, they definitely have the advantage. They just need to reset it here.
Yeah, definitely. They have to reset with the 5100 and the T1 in the base area. They just destroy the building, get one shell, but now the reset is done, and they got enough time to get also the second 5100 next to the cap. And yeah, the 5100 will die to the fire from Zava and RadPL here. And also the T1 is now spotted, so if the T1 is dead, there's absolutely nothing that can be done for Czech Lopata to win this round, I think.
You never split up your tanks. I think that's the key lesson here for Czech Lopata. An inexperienced team, definitely showing you should never do that. So Levias is the only one left. He's going to try and connect another one. T69 down to 65 HP, but the MX-39 is undoubtedly reloading. But here comes the 110. He's missing his first shell, so Milan getting very lucky reversing. But it's all about that MX-1390 reload, about 40 seconds or so. So he's going to be so key once he's done that. You just have to wait their time. But 4 against 2, Czech Lopata, well, it's almost impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but they have to have an absolute miracle.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Milan is also down to it was I think 16 hit points, and yeah, exactly at this point, the 5100 and the 69 coming back from the base reset, and yeah, it's an easy job for Radipil to just clear up the T69. No, it's only one 5100 left. Lobos, he have done a really good job. I mean, he resetted the cap twice or three times, doing a nice amount of damage, but yeah, against 4 tanks he can't nearly do nothing. I think he's still on reload. No, he's not on reload. He managed to kill one of the tanks. Will he manage to kill the second one? But I don't think so, no.
So welcome into our third and final map. It is 1-all Ulanska Fantazja falling to the mighty Czech Lopata on the first map Himmelsdorf, but coming back very well on Ruhenberg, showing why they're perhaps a better team. But now it's all in the air. Both these teams can win it. They have to win it. They are in the losers brackets. No more second chances here. We can see straight away that the side of Ulanska Fantazja spotting out, finding the MX-1390, sending the MX-1390 of theirs, Ikarum and Rabio PL towards the left side. The rest of the tanks have gone forwards quite a lot. They're going to try and connect a couple of shells at the beginning, get the early HP advantage if they can. But at the moment, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this kind of split push. They got the MX-1390, they got the T69. Why are they pushing them on a limb? I mean, why don't you just push with all
I have no clue about, but I think they just sent the 1390 to this mid area for the spot rock, that he was super aggressive here, doing a good job while they managed to shoot at Lobos there on the other side with the 1390. The question will be, is the focus fire good enough?
It's the question indeed. It's so important on the, so important on big open maps like Steps. Prokhorovka also comes to mind, but the whole side of Czech Lopata, as you can see, completely turtle down towards, well, pretty much let's say 20% of the map. You can see T69 defending the base. You've got the MX-1390 forwards. T1's there to spot behind the railroad. The T1 where I don't know why he's there, to be honest, because he's got an MX-1390 ×2 doing the spots for them, obviously having a lot more view range. They should have sent him towards the perhaps E2, E1, perhaps E3, just to spot that side. A couple of blind shots coming out from Milan in his T69. No connections though, so at the moment it's pretty even, although definitely Ulanska Fantazja have the map control. They also have the HP advantage of connecting a couple of shells on the very aggressive MX-1390 of Lobias. He's down to 876. But now, yeah, as I said, they should push all tanks towards this this rocky side. They have indeed done that, and I think it's going to work out for them because they just need to connect 1 or 2 shells and just focus down the tank.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the 1390 here from Czech Lopata is far out of position. He just tried to spot, and I think it's the exactly wrong moment. They just get caught out from all tanks here from Ulanska Fantazja. No, he's on the back foot. He have to run. He get the first shell, and he have to escape here. Will he go around the second shell? Right when he missed one of his own shells, and the third shell missed also from Ulanska Fantazja. He'll get one back, but no, the 69 fires from the side on him, and I think there's no way for him to escape this.
Absolutely no chance at all. Completely obliterated. Czech Lopata reeling from that attack and have to try and gather themselves, try and consolidate themselves, see if they can come back from this one. But with a tier 8 down, Czech Lopata definitely don't have the HP, they don't have the firepower, while Ulanska Fantazja have all of those things. So they just need to reset the fight here. They just need to come from a different angle, see what they can do. As more spots coming out, you can see Rabia Peel still on reload, but once he's on reload he'll be able to do some serious damage, connecting the first shell but also getting one back, so it's kind of darting in between the bushes and rocks here for both teams. But at the moment, Czech Lopata pushing forwards, not such a good idea.
No, definitely. I think they should use the T1s. I mean, the T1s are still on the right side, on the north area of the map, northeast. So why not going forward with the two T1s, trying to do some cap pressure while they are fighting, but at the same time losing nearly the next tier. He just managed to escape with 140 hit points, and I think Radipil is on the run for him to just manage it. No, he decided to just use the shell for another one and going for the reload now.
Okay, but look how many tanks have been damaged from the side of Czech Lopata there. Almost crippled. The MX-1390 coming on to Rabio now is on 373, bouncing his first shell. I'm not sure how many shells he's got left in that autoloader, but he's down to 163. Ikarum coming in there to save Rabio PL, taking him down no problem at all. 166 left on that one there. He will get connected and taken down by Sava 89, his MX-1390, leaving only Lubias, that amazing MX-5100 player from Ruhenberg, to try and pick themselves back up here. And obviously there's two T1s, but they're kind of preoccupied by the T1s of one SPP Ulanska Fantazja. So at the moment, well, it's 4 against 1. Only Kistov falling victim to the Czech team. and I think this is going to be a 2.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's nothing you can do. I mean, you can maybe defeat 1 or 2 enemies, but not 4 at the same time, and still 2 T1s are alive. Also 1 T1 to get down, and now you just get focused out at the end. The last shell will fly down directly in the second, and Novus is gone. Only 1 T1 is left, and I think, yeah, Ulanska Fantazja can just go for the cap.
Pavka sitting in the bush and not exactly sure why he's here. GG's going out from both teams. That will see the whole of Ulanska Fantazja flood into the cap. You can see the MX-1390s and T69s being there, but they will know that they're spotted for now. You can see Rabio Peel being such an experienced player pushing forwards, taking down that final T1. Great play from Ulanska Fantazja, and it is 2-1.